Thank you guys for coming. I have my coat on right now because I'm going to have to go outside. And that's because they're not letting people in here to the Statehouse. This house belongs to the people of the state of Ohio. They are here to express their concerns pertaining to Senate Bill 5, and we should enable them to come in. Now, they've let some additional people in, but they're saying there's not enough room. We're down here in the crypt where there certainly is enough room for people to come and be part of the democratic process and make sure that they have the ability for their voices to be heard. We have to remember we work for the people of the state of Ohio, and to keep any of them out of this house is an absolute miscarriage of justice. And I want to turn it over to our leader, Armond. I don't know this guy.
So we forget.
Let me just say, this is a very sad day for the state of Ohio and the people of Ohio when they can't get into the house they own.
That's right.
We hear a lot about taxpayers' rights today, and yet when it comes to taxpayers coming to talk to their elected officials, they're shut out. It's a sad day when we have to go to the Attorney General or the courts and ask for help. And we are doing that. We're preparing an injunction as we stand here. We're preparing an injunction to require these doors to be open. We shouldn't have to go to court for that. People should have a right.
Or should be arrested.
People should have a right to come talk to their legislators. I have an office here. They won't let me bring 50 or 60 of my closest friends into my office today. That should not be the way this house operates. So it's my message today. We can't do business like this. The people of Ohio have a right and an obligation to participate in government. And when people want to participate, I mean, this is what we ask for.
Right.
We want people to participate. They come down from all parts of Ohio today to participate in government, and the doors are locked. That is wrong.
That's right.
Anybody else want to say anything?
Well, my name is Vicki Antonio from House District 13, and I had some of my constituents were here, and they were trying to get in, and we had to negotiate for them to come in 12 at a time. It should not be like that. They came here to speak to their representatives and their senator, and they were denied. Some of them are in the rotunda right now. We took pictures and showed how empty the rotunda still is. And I want to tell you that the fire marshal won't answer his phone because we tried to call, and he would not answer the phone. And this is an outrage. People need to have access to their house. This is the people's house, and they need to have access.
And I had a lot of my colleagues here going from one end of the State House to the other end of the State House, just opening up the doors and saying to the troopers, I'm sorry, you have to arrest us. We are opening up these doors.
We want to make sure, too, that everybody knows that there's a lot of room to participate in this democracy right in the rotunda. We've been up there, and there's plenty of room for people to come in. For us to have to negotiate as elected officials to allow 500 people in, that's what we did, to allow 500 people extra in is an abomination on what the freedoms are all about. We are sick and tired of being shut out. And the people that are being shut out of there are being curtailed in their ability to speak and exercise their constitutional rights. And that's why we're going to the courts, and that's why we're going to the Attorney General.
These are Ohioans with Ohio families. This is not a police state. This is democracy. This building belongs to the public. Let's stop the police state. Let's open up these doors. Look at all these people that want to testify.
Let me say one more thing. These are witness slips. These are people who were turned away that want to come testify. These are teachers. These are cafeteria workers. These are bus drivers. These are police. These are fire. These are people who put their lives on the line on 9/11. Everybody else was running out of the buildings. These public servants ran into the buildings, and now they're not allowed into this building. That's wrong.
There's enough room. There's enough room to drive a bus right through it and not run over anyone.
Don't do it. You guys surprise.